And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Talk about a dynamic duo in the passing game. We certainly have that in this one. They challenge defenses at every level, Jesse.
And this is arguably the best quarterback-wide receiver combo in the entire nation. And David, I feel like every week defenses try to come up with plans to stop these two. No one's been able to do it yet. They get their passes completed. They throw touchdowns. And right now, this is a massive challenge for this defense today.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great receivers in the country that don't have the great trigger man. But he's got both. So they can attack the whole field. He can get it a multitude of ways. Like, these are two superstars at the top of their game.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the UCF Knights offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get hit.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the wideout. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big third down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Motion from the wideout. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Cowboys come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Gives it on the option. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
He'll try it again. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And when you're a quarterback, you have to sell pass. You have to get your eyes down the field, the ball in your hand like you're ready to throw the football. Now I quickly hand it to the running back. You could see it worked, and the running back did the rest. The defense was thinking pass all the way. What a nice game.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run inside. It's Hawkins. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and up. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second.
There's some room. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. He's looking to throw. Under fire. Got a man in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Now they'll try the right side. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Under fire. blasted as he lets it go. Got his man to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Running inside, it's Hawkins. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. They're working that left side. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
Number 16 set to kick this one off.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be knocked down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity. (10-7). Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Makes the grab on the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Looking for room at the 25. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Gonna take a shot. Pass is broken up downfield, and look who's there. The linebacker covering serious ground. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
On 3rd down, here's Watson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Knights want to move quickly.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green.
Snags it, and there's running room. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. He spins that thing down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone, he's got middle field responsibility, just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Sweet spin. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great.
Got a little grass. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. From the red zone, it's Hawkins. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He'll go out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and boy, you can live with that kind of return every time. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Barnett. Got his man on the outside. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pucks it out of the air. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Cowboys will use their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their 2nd. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. The Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I guess an optimist could say it's still 1st and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with. It's complete to the right. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their 3rd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Trying to find the end zone. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the 1st down.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Here's Duke Watson. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Page. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This will likely be the last play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the number 14 team, the Duke Blue Devils. And it's the Yellow Jackets in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the UCF head coach at the half. They have found some positives here during this 3-game win streak, but right now, trailing in this game, their backs are against the wall. They get an opportunity here to start the 3rd quarter with some more momentum, and he said, we can't worry about the win streak, we just have to worry about doing our job. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Barnett. Makes the catch, it's Farmer. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. A handoff for Watson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Starts to scramble to the left. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it, but if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
Stepping to the right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Right on the money. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. It's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Watson. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Watson. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. Like, what are the minor adjustments we can make to put us drive together, to sustain it, and now set up 1st and goal. Great opening drive to start this second half.
He wants to change this route. Snap in the shotgun. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Knights! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They'll go to the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Young. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Flips it out in the flat. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught by Coleman.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Catch in the middle. It's Green. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
And man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like, having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less or...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Quarterback keeper. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Barnett. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Finds space on the right. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the back. They just keep firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Watson. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with third down and 5.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Pulls and fired complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Knights with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by one possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
DB's right up on the receivers. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Looking for a man. It's Barnett. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Off to the races to the right. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Well, this has been a defensive war. We were just wondering which side could hang on long enough. But how about the defense coming away with a big pick six late to take the lead? You got to step up in big moments. You saw the ball thrown, you pluck it out of the air, you find your convoy, and you're off to the races. That is an outstanding game-changing play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Here on the UCF sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Here's a hit. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. As this offense tries to drain the clock, take the play clock down to a fraction of a second. Don't give the defense an inch to breathe. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. Makes it past the marker. All the way! Pistols firing! Touchdown, Cowboys! Give him 3 touchdowns in this game, and now up to 8 on the season.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Farmer. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll get rid of it. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll move the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. I just can't imagine any excuse for taking that penalty. A delay of game, at least it's still first and goal. Running inside, it's Hawkins. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And that is how we will wrap this one up. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it.